Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another game of Heroes of the Storm. On the right side, we have the red team. I'm on that team. I am Abathur, character from StarCraft. We have Malfurion, played by Arkra. We have Muradin, played by SpongeBob666. We have Tassadar, played by Kasha Kanaki. Sorry, I butchered that. We have Samuro, played by Dragon Shade. On the other team, the enemy team, the blue team, Nazebo, played by Zebo. Nova, played by Crucio. Anduin, played by Killmonger. Malthael, played by Abacus101. And Anubarak, played by Dr. Woot. Thanks for playing, everybody, on both teams. You make the game what it is, and we're happy to have you. Alright, so at the beginning of the game, most people go straight into, let me turn that down a little bit. Most people go straight into a team fight on the middle lane. That's pretty standard. If no one gets a kill, people just kind of branch off to different lanes to start gathering experience points. So we have Samuro down here, gathering experience and pushing this lane forward. I am also at the bottom of the lane. Every 15 seconds, a locust will spawn out of me and kind of push the lane down. Yeah, there goes another one. So the objective of this map, Dragonshire, is to have someone stand on this shrine until it is activated for your team, and stand at the north end as well, this shrine, until it's activated for your team as well. Both shrines are needed. And then this dragon will kind of unlock. You have to stand by it and channel it. So you need the moon shrine and the sun shrine. To activate this dragon, the shrine is going to activate here in about 5 seconds, as indicated down here in the bottom right. First shrine pops up. I'm down here. I've created this big minefield nest and I took out Nova. And then I did a little bit of a spray gloating there just to kind of, you know, if you can get in their heads a little bit, kind of tilt them, make them upset, they'll start to like see red and maybe start being a little bit more reckless in their playing. Alright, this time Nova remembers what happened, so she sent one of her clones instead, and she put a little heart spray, being like, I remember what you did last time. Okay, so now we're fighting over this shrine. Once again, we're the red team. So Samuro, oh, almost got it. You have to stand on it until it goes all the way to the very end. He was there for a bit. Oh, now Anduin, the healer's trying to get it. And I am speeding this game up a little bit. The gameplay. Alright, now we have it. As long as someone stays there to maintain it, they don't have to, as long as there's not an enemy around. But if an enemy tries to take it and someone on our team is already standing on it, they can't take it. Now that we've left, notice it's turning into blue. Once it gets to the middle, that's neutral, and it deactivates the dragon. If it goes all the way on both ends, the north and the south shrine, then someone can get the dragon. Right now we're fighting pretty feistily over this. Feistily, is that a word? I don't know. The essence of feistiness. Alright, both the north and the south are controlled by my team, the red team. And Tassadar was able to secure the dragon. Now that he's like inside of it, controlling it, he's pretty powerful, pretty beefy. And the objective is to try to destroy as much as you can. You have about a minute inside of the dragon, as you can see down here. So it can be destroyed in two ways. If it times out, indicated by the little orange bar at the bottom, or if they do enough damage to it that they destroy the dragon shell altogether. So right now we're just trying to do some damage to towers. And the dragon has a few abilities. It can spray some fire, and it can do this like little football punt kick thing. Usually you want to kick the enemy team member over to our side so that they're kind of like in the middle of 4 of our guys. Oh, so the team held their own. Oh no, one of the spiders from Nazebo got Muradin. So this is the witch doctor. Nazebo here. Wait, where is he? Right here. One of his abilities is to throw a pot of spiders at an enemy. So imagine that. Just all these spiders crawling over you, biting you, poisoning you with their spider venom. Alright, so I'm laying some mines in the grass here. Because in the grass you can be hidden. Oh, Muradin wanted revenge. He got Nazeeba back. I slowed it back down a little bit because it was a little too chaotic for me. So I'm laying some mines here in the grass just in case enemies want to come a certain direction. We would see them coming at that point. So far so good. All of our keeps and towers are still up. This wall is completely secured. This wall is being repaired by one of my mules, which is a level 7 talent. And now that we've both reached level 10, both teams, we have our ultimate abilities. As you can see here, I've chosen the Monstrosity. I don't know what's going on with Muradin. Freaking out for some reason. But I'm trying to get some value out of my Monstrosity. It's not the most powerful unit, but does a lot of damage, but it can be taken out pretty easily. And as you can see there. Alright, so we have Nova at the top, trying to secure the north shrine. We have already secured the south, so we don't have to worry about too much about the dragon, because remember, both shrines have to be claimed. Muradin just popped his ultimate ability, which makes him look like this huge stone giant guy. Gained some health and some damage, enough to save him because he was about to die there. Samuro is a pretty interesting character. He can split into 3. 2 of them are like an illusion mirage clone type, but sometimes it's hard to tell who's who, because we can tell with the replay which ones are the fakes, but as the enemy team they all look exactly the same, so sometimes it's hard to tell who's the real one. Ooh, they almost got caught in the zombie wall. This red circle is one of Malfurion's abilities. He can root you if you get stuck in that, so you can't move for a few seconds. Oh, they're trying to kill Malfurion, but he gets away, barely. Alright, Muradin, the beefy tank, he's getting in the middle of there, trying to do some damage, soaking up a lot of the enemy team damage as well. A lot of heroes are getting pretty low health. But still, so far, we have the red. Nova's coming here, and she's going to hide in this grass most likely to kind of contest if anyone tries to get that dragon. But since they got another of the shrines, she doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Oh, now her and Tassadar are battling it out. One-on-one battle. Oh, they're both assassins. It's going to be hard. Oh, Nova overpowers Tassadar, takes him out. And that was probably my bad. I should have assisted Tassadar. Anubarak is this big beetle creature. He was pretty close to dying, but he gets away. So a lot of heroes have some kind of dash ability. Anubarak, when he was in danger, he could dash away. He like does this burrow charge, burrows under the ground, kind of like a... For you millennials and Gen X's who remember seeing Tremors, it's kind of like that. Oh, Muradin gets taken out. So now blue are claiming both shrines. They already have the top one, now they have the bottom one. Now we have to work quickly. Samuro is going to try to retake this, but if Malthael is also on the shrine, which he is now, we cannot take it until he gets off. We're almost halfway. Just gotta get him off there. Okay, now we're at the neutral. Now no one can get the dragon. Looks like I got taken out because I wasn't paying attention, so I said my bad. So kind of like how Muradin can transform into a big giant guy, Tassadar can also transform into a big giant as well with one of his ultimate abilities. Not sure what all that is. If anyone in the comments can tell me if that's like some kind of code, let me know. It's probably just random numbers. Oh, yeah. Okay, we got one of them. Good job, Tassadar, with that. Actually, that was a murder kill, but Tassadar was really picking away at them. Doing a lot of damage. Nice. Alright, are we going to let Anubarak escape with that much health? Oh, he does a little sidestep there and avoids the hammer. Okay, we're retaking south. I come here just in case we can take the north one as well, because if that's the case, I can just slip over here, grab the dragon. And I'm assisting Samuro. Notice my icon is on top of his head. Gives him a shield and attack damage. Now that Malthael has been killed, Samuro is going to go over here, grab the shrine, and I'm going to sneak over here and grab our dragon, hopefully, if all works well. This is risky. Oh. Okay, that was a very risky move that I did, but with my teammates' help, thank you so much for healing me. Malfurion, I was able to get away. Alright, Nazebo has set up his Gargantua monster over here to kind of prevent someone from getting the dragon, but he's occupied with the Mirages, the clones. So now Samuro is able to secure the dragon. He's jumped into the dragon shell, and he's time to go crazy. Time to breathe some fire, do some damage. Dragon Knight is a very powerful creature. Has a huge axe. This little wall is an ability from Tassadar. Prevents people from escaping, or you can put a wall between you and the enemies if you want to escape yourself. Now it's time to take out the next wall. We took out one of the keeps. If you look at the mini-map down here at the bottom right, all of our keeps are still here. It's time to push the next wall down. There was enough damage done to the dragon that the shell depleted. Now we're trying to secure a kill. It's really risky to fight under an enemy tower though, because if you do attack anyone, the tower reacts and starts attacking you. So even though we did take that risk, we were able to secure killing Nova, so now we move on. Alright, so I've been slowly pushing up this lane. This is kind of a risky spot for me to be in. I'm not protected by anything. I'm not hiding in any grass or smoke. So I kind of set some mines here just in case someone wanted to come this way, and I would be alerted to that. I kind of felt too much heat down here, so I moved up to the top lane. Now I'm hiding in grass. Notice the little blue eyeball above my name. That means I'm hidden. Sometimes that eyeball will turn red, which means an enemy can see me. But right now I'm hidden. Okay. I also set a nest right here. It's always smart to just kind of set nests in a pathway that in case enemies are looking for you, they would walk over those instead and it would alert me that they are there. You never want to be taken by surprise as Abathur, because it is very difficult to escape if an enemy just suddenly ganks you. And when I say gank, I don't know, that's a gaming term for being flanked, I suppose. So now I'm working down here. Now that I have level 16 or above, I have a huge group of locusts that I can spawn, which I do right now. I spawn a total of 3, plus 1 is always popping out every 15 seconds. So I don't know if this is enough to take out the camp, but at least we can take out some of these knights and maybe come back to it and finish it off later. But once again, every 15 seconds a new locust pops out. They do a lot of damage, and I can even put one of my symbiotes, these hats, on top of my own locust and defeat this camp. Now that I've done that, I stand on its little beacon, take control of them. Now these guys will fight for us. Okay, now that the shrines are up, I decide maybe it's okay for me to go take this one. I see on the minimap that a lot of the enemy teams are up here, so it's probably safe for me to go down here. Especially with this lane being pushed so far back, I have a lot of vision of the map since a lot of our guys are taking up this entire lane. Which forces some people to go back and defend their core, because once again, if this core gets defeated, then it's game over. Sometimes people get so preoccupied and so focused on the objective, the secondary objective, which is like these shrines, that they forget their main objective, which is protecting the core at all costs. It's kind of like the golden snitch in Harry Potter. If you catch that, it's game over. If you destroy the core, it's game over. So here I am again, really close to their base. Now their line of vision, I think, is this wall. So they don't know exactly where I am, but they do see locusts popping up, so they know I'm somewhere over here. But I do set up some mines. And my level 20 talent is a really fun talent to kind of divert attention. It's called a nest. So locusts will pop from this nest, and sometimes enemies think, oh, then Abathur must be over here somewhere. So you can set a nest on a north side of the map, and you are at the south side of the map at the same time. They don't know which one is the location of Abathur and which one is the location of the nest. So it can throw off people a lot. We were able to secure the dragon. I throw out a bunch of locusts just to kind of help push this lane. And the walls are starting to close in on our enemies here. If we can push back even more, get some more keeps, more walls, we could win this game. So while they are dealing with the middle lane, I am up at the north top part of the map. I know Malthiel's here somewhere, so I'm kind of nervous. I'm hiding. I'm not sure that he's hearth back yet. He did, but I'm not sure about that. So I'm kind of working my way down. I set the monstrosity on the north end to push on this lane as well. There are advantages for taking out keeps permanently, like this one here. Once you take out a keep, you get more experience, but also some catapults will spawn down that lane as well. So for this one, now that both keeps are taken out, we have constant catapults being spawned, and they can shoot from a distance, take out towers. So there is quite an advantage for taking out especially two keeps, one right here and one right here, because we have constant catapults putting a lot of pressure on the bottom lane. So if you're not careful, those can destroy the keep without, or destroy the entire core without you even paying attention. So you always have to have someone keeping an eye down here, because there is a lot of pressure on this bottom lane now for our enemies. And there is a lot of pressure for the middle lane as well, because both of those keeps are taken out. Now we're working on taking out the last keep. I've set a nest right here, and so the nest and myself, plus this level 16 ability of throwing out even more locusts. We're just putting a lot of pressure on the top lane now. So the enemy team is spread thin. They have to contend with the bottom lane, the middle lane, and now they're trying to keep this last tower up, this last keep of theirs, and it's my goal to take it out. They're doing a pretty good job of defending because there's no damage to this keep yet, but not for long. And notice down here we have a catapult doing damage to the core. Now the core does have a shield, but once that white shield is gone, we can start doing permanent damage that can never be rebuilt. The shield can be rebuilt again if the attacking stops. So if Nova had taken this catapult out, or I guess the minions will, this white shield will slowly regenerate, so that you have to get through that first before you start doing permanent damage. Samuro does his ultimate ability, which is called Sword Wind or something like that. Does a spinning, that's a cool trick, and does one of those. So now we're doing permanent damage. The white shield is gone on the core. We're down to 67%, 2/3 left, so I'm in a risky spot. Oh no, as you can see, because Nova took me out. Her one final kill before the end of the game. I deserved it, I'm guessing. Alright, and I say good game. It's a nice polite thing to say at the end of any game, whether you win or lose. Good game, good sportsmanship. And it was a good game. We had a lot of fun. Good team members. Everyone was really in sync, communicated really well through chatting or pings. So yeah, that's the end of that game. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.